His first address to a joint session of Congress, President Trump talked about the need to fix America's crumbling infrastructure. Let's watch this.
To launch our national rebuilding, I will be asking Congress to approve legislation that produces a $1 trillion investment in infrastructure of the United States, financed through both public and private capital, creating millions of new jobs. This effort will be guided by two core principles: Buy American and Hire American.
And here now with reaction is the Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao. Madam Secretary, good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Can you explain the public-private capital and how that's going to work?
You know, the needs of our nation to improve our infrastructure is so great that the federal government cannot assume the cost for all of it. So it behooves us as a nation to address the deteriorating infrastructure by thinking about new and innovative ways in which we can fund our infrastructure. And so President Trump has so many really exciting and novel ideas about how to finance our deteriorating infrastructure so that once again we will become more competitive in the worldwide environment and so that America can be great once again. So public-private partnerships are a very important part of financing, of a new way of financing our roads and bridges that are in disrepair and are very dangerous. Sure.
Explain how that works, though.
Yeah, I will. So basically, we allow different kinds of money, private sector money, to come into the United States. I'm not saying foreign, to come and fund, let's say, a bridge or a road, or it can be any kind of infrastructure. By the way, I should also add that the President's initiative on infrastructure will include probably energy, water, broadband. So it's not just roads and bridges, but it's to build the whole infrastructure that will make our country more competitive going forward. So public-private partnership allows private sector money to come into the economy and fund public works. So far, right now, there are so many impediments to allowing private sector monies to come in. And we should do away with all those impediments. Yes.
Well, so maybe, if I'm hearing you properly, maybe what you're saying is that, for example, if a company were to rebuild a road, they might get their investment back by, say, having a toll on that road, and this way the taxpayers don't pay a penny, they make a profit, it's a win-win, something like that?
Yes, thank you for putting it that way. You know, that is certainly one example of how that would work. Now, I have to say there are some people who may not support toll roads, but we have to take a look at all of these financing mechanisms because, once again, the needs of our infrastructure are so great that the federal government cannot and should not be the only source of funding to repair our bridges, our roads, you know, our energy grid, and to install new aspects of the infrastructure for a new America of the future.
Madam Secretary, I think that's what Speaker Gingrich was talking about. Donald Trump thinks way out of the box, and the country needs that type of innovative thinking. Thank you for being with us.